Every once in a while, I find myself back in the great Lone Star State, and this time it seems like the Texas summer heat came a bit early. 90 degrees in March sounds like the perfect excuse for some backyard poolside kebabs. While back in Texas, you know that I have to stop off at H-E-B, and there are some great barbecue essentials that I just can't help but pick up to take back with me to South Carolina. The first thing is this Texas Tough Barbecue aluminum foil. I've tried so many different brands of foil over the years, and none perform quite as good as this stuff. Just holding this stuff gives you a good idea of what it's like to use. Heavy duty. The second thing is this Texas Tough pink butcher paper. Sometimes I just want some plain old butcher paper to wrap my Q up in, and this definitely does the job. H-E-B had some of this Texas Wagyu chuck eye for a solid price, so I picked up 2 slabs of it as well as some marinated chicken and vegetables for the kebabs. For a chuck, that marbling is crazy. Once I got back home, I got to preparing the kebabs. I cut the chuck into roughly 1.5-inch cubes and coated them liberally in some olive oil to prevent them from sticking to the grill. For seasoning, I used quite a bit of salt, a good amount of black pepper, some Van Rawlings Ohm garlic, and some garlic dry rub from the salt lick. Once I seasoned the meat, I made sure to mix it all up to ensure an even coverage. Now it's time to skewer. I took some bamboo skewers that had been soaking in water for around 30 minutes and alternated between meat and veggies until I couldn't fit anymore. For the vegetables, I used a mix of red onions, jalapenos, bell peppers, and baby bell mushrooms. You can also use zucchini, pineapple, yellow squash, or any other veggies that you might like. Some vegetables have a tendency to want to split when you pierce them, so a pro tip is to quickly blanch them beforehand to make them more pliable. Once all the skewers have been made, it's time to throw them on the grill. I preheated it on high and turned it down to a medium-low for the cook so that I could get some good grill marks without overcooking the meat. A common mistake that most people make is turning their kebabs too often. I only try to turn them once or twice during the entire cook, which helps them to cook evenly, form a good crust, and not fall apart on the grill. A few minutes after adding the kebabs to the grill, it should be smelling amazing. Something that my furry friend here would definitely agree with. But sometimes free smells aren't enough, so we throw them a little taste as well. Depending on how big your meat pieces are, your kebabs may take longer or shorter to cook. Mine took around 8 minutes per side and turned out amazing. Just make sure to keep an eye on them and have a plate ready for when they're done. I serve these with some watermelon, grilled corn, and fresh flour tortillas. Let's just say they were a huge hit and definitely scratched that early summer itch. Taste the love.